Well, I'm Sean Winters. I'm the Executive Director of Chi-Ishobak, and Chi-Ishobak is the Pokagon Band of Potawatomi Indians Certified Native Community Development Financial Institution, or a CDFI for short. We make loan capital available to tribal citizens for business expansion or startup, as well as some consumer development, some automobile loans, credit builder loans, emergency home assistance loans. But more importantly, it's designed for folks that cannot go through traditional banks or credit unions because either lack of or damaged credit. We want to make sure that our citizens, whether it be personally or professionally, have the resources, the information, the skills, the tools to position themselves for success and ultimately build financial capacity. Michael and Irma Carney, the Front Porch, they contacted us, I believe, through reading one of our advertisements in the newsletter, and they were antiquers.
The Front Porch was my way to escape from corporate life. I've always wanted to be my own boss, and as I dreamed about what I wanted to do, I went back to my roots. I was raised by my great-grandparents. They were in their 70s, so I went to antique stores all over. Our house was full of them, so it was fitting that I was going to open an antique store. If you look at some of the stipulations that you need to meet for a commercial loan, it's tough. It's really, really tough. And if you're coming to the table with no liquid assets, it's almost impossible. So for a small mom-pop operation like me, I can see why there's not more of us out there. I've met a lot of dreamers in the past 2 years since I've had this business, and I gotta tell you, I feel like they have some phenomenal ideas to bring to our community. But when it comes to not having the liquid assets, it's like shattering dreams just laying all over the table. You never know. Maybe someday as I build this business, I can help those little guys make things like this happen. Chi-Ishobak did that for me.
They're truly rock stars. I mean, the business speaks for itself. When you look at a bottom line standpoint, I think that even in their industry, their financials speak for themselves, which means that only happens when you do good things, when they're doing right by their mission and their whole purpose. But they bring an energy to not only their store, but to that city.
If a fellow Native American came into my shop with a dream, asking me questions about where to start, who to go to, or if I've heard of Chi-Ishobak, I would tell them yes, and then I would hand them the phone so they could get started. These are the ground level resources any tribal member needs to get started on making something like a business happen.
David Martin approached us back in 2013, and David is a longtime artist. He participates in our powwows from a drumming, from a singing, from a dancing standpoint. I mean, very enriched in Pokagon tradition and culture. Very, very talented individual, and has been in the tattoo industry as an artist for, I think when he approached us, about 18 years, you know, as an employee, and has always wanted to open his own shop.
When I first started, I thought I could do it all myself. I thought I could do everything myself. So when I first started realizing I was in over my head, you know, I started reaching out to other people. Chi-Ishobak, you know, was there to help us out, you know, and they helped us with our business plan. There's a lot of things that I just could not have done. I kind of went in a little skeptical, but man, like I said, they really helped me. I can't express enough, like, you know, not even just by saying yes to the loan, but I mean, they walked me through a lot of things on the business side, you know, that had nothing to do with the loan. If I would have went through that process with a bank, you know, it would have took way longer, would have took more time away from, you know, what I had to do, you know. They were a blessing.
He's established a name, and when you say bicycle tattoo now in our area, everybody knows exactly what you're talking about, and he was Chi-Ishobak's truly first startup project, and you know, we couldn't be more proud of him.
I mean, the business wouldn't be here without them.
Great Lakes Flooring out of Kalamazoo, they are Sault Ste. Marie Chippewas, and they had a very successful commercial flooring business in Kalamazoo, and looking to grow and expand.
Great Lakes Flooring is based in Galesburg, Michigan, just outside of Kalamazoo. Our customers are primarily commercial. We specialize in healthcare, but I mean, we do everything from multifamily to residential. We started out as installers, and a local healthcare facility that we had worked with for years and years came to us and encouraged us to expand and become what we are today. We didn't know the business side the money side of what was to be Great Lakes. And when we went to Chi-Ishobak, and we've taken everything that we've learned and we've incorporated that into our day-to-day. What Chi-Ishobak is doing is great. Us personally, they've helped us immensely. With us being native, it was right at our fingertips, and they were very helpful for us. And if they continue to do that for others in the native community, I think it's great.
The neatest thing about our organization and what we get the opportunity to do for citizens on a daily basis is you get to truly help somebody or make a difference in somebody's life immediately.
I'm a grounds laborer, pretty much doing landscaping, a little bit of everything, plowing snow, things of that nature. I had a total of 16 credit cards, okay? And it was a stack like that. He couldn't believe it himself. He's like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, these are all mine." He's like, "Well, John, I'm gonna give you till Monday. You can decide." Snips and stuff. I cut them all up. Total for credit cards and my truck, it took me a year to pay it all off, and it was $15,000. 15,000, man, paid off. 2 years later, I'm still doing the program, and I just love it. I give it all to Sean and Eric at Chi-Ishobak. They really helped me out and changed my life.
Our ancestors were excellent planners. And back then, in old times, if you didn't plan properly, you didn't survive the seasons, literally. And today, it's not that dire, it's not that severe, but it is possible to die emotionally. It's possible to die spiritually, and it is possible to die financially. And anytime we talk about a Native American or a citizen with a broken or a dead spirit, you don't take that lightly. That's very serious. And so if we can find a way to bring something traditional with something modern, resource management the way that our ancestors did and respected and cared for that with a modern day resource like our finances, our income, and do the right things and make that commitment to yourself, to your family, to your community, that's why we do it. We can go ahead and talk about all those other things, deployment, the financial success, but at the end of the day, the one thing that we never forget is it's the commitment, it's that enjoyment, it's that spirit coming from our citizens that allow us to achieve those type of benchmarks and milestones. So we never pretend that we're something that we're not. We're here to allow citizens to do some fantastic things, and it's their hard work and commitment that allow that to happen. And it's a remarkable thing to be a part of that and to witness that.